Hi all, welcome to Bhavyas Arts. Today we are going to study about mountains, how to draw mountains and how can we paint. Okay, so for that you can start with in two methods you can do. One is you can start with pencil and scale or you can use direct brush and color. Anyhow you can do. Okay, anytime. Now I'll be drawing one skeletal structure of the mountain and then we will paint it. Okay. So for mountain, whenever you see mountains, I'll share on the screen so that you can see the reference image which I am going to take. Okay. See on the screen, you can see these mountains now. Okay. See, mountains have different types, different shapes and curves. Okay. There is no straight line, straight curves. Okay. There will be some broken lines and curvy lines for the mountain. Always remember one side of the mountain, it will be shadow part, that is darker tone value, darker highlight, darker midtones will be involved in one side, and one side will be highlight midtone values, warm colors, and all we can use on the other side. Okay, this is the step which you need to remember before drawing and painting the mountains. Did you understand? Now I'm going to stop the screen. We can start drawing. You can take 300 GSM paper for positive color painting. Okay, this is 300 GSM paper, and you can take pencil number 2B or 6B because we are using poster color paints that are very thick. Okay, and next you can use brushes. 6 number brush or any 4 number brush you can use. Any two brushes are needed, or if any needed while painting, I'll tell you. Okay, now you can start. I have stick this 300 GSM paper in horizontal way. Okay, so after sticking, what I'll do, I'll draw like this. I have sticked. Okay. Now I'll draw mountain. See here, always you need to find out the middle line of the paper. Okay. Or if you are using book, middle line of your book, paper in your book. Okay. Now just give one small curve like this. No need to be straight, uneven curves. Okay. So like this. Okay. And then little bit like this. See? You can give sharp corners like that. Okay. Not it need not to be bold corners. Okay. Because it's a mountain we so for mountains there won't be any definite structure. Okay. There will be sharp edges, there will be bolded edges. Okay. So according to that you can give. Understood? Now what I'll do. So here little bit curves are there which specifies the shadows of the mountain. We have taken snow mountain, okay, where snow value is visible. Okay, now I'm going to take paint. I'm using poster color paints, okay. So for mountain painting, you need gray color mostly. dark blue, gray, white. Okay. You can use flat brushes like this, which is 8 number brush, or you can use 1 number flat brush, or you can use 2 number round brush. If you don't have any of this, you can use whatever brush you have. Okay. It's not that the same brushes you need to use. Okay. So you need to take palette. See here, in the reverse direction, you can take your palette, or you can use palette like this also. Anyhow, you can make. Okay. Now I'll take like this. So for color mixing, it will be easy for me to mix in proper ratios. So I'll take first black. Always remember, use different brushes for black and white when you are taking to your palette. Okay. Like this, you take black, and next color I'll take white. I'll take white. Now what I'll do, I'll mix both the colors. I'll take little bit of black. I'll mix this much. See, don't mix completely. Take little bit so that whenever the shadow values are there, you need to use darker gray, and whenever the highlight values are there, you need to use lighter gray. See, this is the lighter gray. Okay, and this is the darker gray. Okay, so darker value is little bit more dark, and mid gray you can use. This is the mid gray. Okay, and this is the black color. Understood, everyone? Now take flat brush, any number flat brush. Okay, you can use 8 number, 12 number, any number flat brush you can use. Once you clean the brush properly, okay, and then you just mix the color. We need first lighter color, so I'm mixing more white so that I'll get lighter color. Okay. Now on the few sides of the mountain, I'll apply the lighter gray, lighter form of gray. Okay. So I'll give some strokes. Applying in the sense I'm not painting anything. I'm just touching the spaces wherever needed the gray part. Okay, like this. Lighter gray. Okay. So you need to leave little white spaces when you are painting. Okay. So that you can add darker values in the mid grays. Okay. Like this. Just reference image is an inspirational image. Need not to follow the same thing as it is. Okay. So you just follow the shadow values and highlight values like this. Okay. Usage of white, it will be more. The other side I'm painting. Okay. You can use two different types of colors, not only gray, you can use dark blue also. Okay. So first we will start with gray, and then we will develop the colors. Okay. Yes. Okay. So I'm not painting in one direction. Okay. I'm giving wherever thickness need to show there and all. I am painting according to the slant line positions and curvy line position like that. I'm taking the position values and I'm painting. Okay. So if you want to add any water for the paint, you can add. But remember, don't add too much of water so that it will flow like watercolors. Okay. Don't do like that. Add limited water. Okay. Where the paint will move freely like this. Yeah, shadow value is there. Okay. And this part is completely gray, which is carrying the shadow value. Okay. And then this part. See, in the mountains, okay, when you are looking at the highlights and shadow values, it will be different because for mountains, snow mountains, there will be snow, okay, and also there will be some gray areas. Okay, according to that, you need to understand where to give snowfall areas and where to give white spaces and all. So you need to search more images and you need to observe. Don't You should not paint directly. You should observe first. Where are the gray areas? Where are the um, snow areas? And where are the greenery part of the mountain? Like that, you need to observe. Okay, first you should not start painting. First, you need to observe. Okay, now I will take white. I'll take white. Okay. And with the same brush only, I'll use the same brush. I don't change the brush. Okay. Wherever I left the spaces, there and all, I'll fill with white in this. So careful that whenever you are using poster colors, what happens if first layer is not well dried? Okay, what happens? The color will get mixed up, and the result what you want that will get changed. Okay, it should dry properly, or you need to reduce the watercolor ratio. Understood? Or first you need to do with half white like that, and you can move to the full color. Okay. Now like the spaces and all. I'll add little bit of highlight values. Okay. First I'll add rough structure with paint, rough painting, and then we will develop it. Okay. So from now I'll be using round brush number 2, or you can use 4 also. 4 number round brush also suitable for this. Okay. And just I'm not painting anything, but the scribbling process like this, with the scribbling process, I'm just spreading the paint, white paint. Okay, so that any sharp edges of the gray color will get mixed up with the white. Did you understand? like this. Yeah, see? Yes. Okay. And wherever the white spaces are there and all, you need to add like this. That shine has to come. Okay. So this this side, then have the white like this. And now what you need to do, you just add wherever you have added the white space, white paint, there and all, you can develop it with lines like this. See, whenever you see the snow mountains, okay, there will be some connection between all other snow. Okay, there won't be exact stop of the snow. Okay, if you will connect like this, okay, I'll take little bit of white and I'll add lines. Yes. Okay, now what you do, you take just take little bit of black. Wherever the shadows are there and all, you can start applying the black. Already there is some white and gray mixed colors are there. Okay. When you apply gray, black, it will start giving mid gray. Okay. Instead of mixing in the palette, we can do like this. Just one of the easy method to do. Wherever needed, there and all, need to give like this. It will give the volume for the mountains. Okay. Just to add volume for the mountains, you need to add like this. And when it is coming down, you just add little bit of gray. Okay. In on the white space, you can add little bit of lines with gray color. Okay. That is the shadow value of the mountain. And here, this part, I'm taking gray only now. I'm just adding like this. So here some in the gray itself you need to maintain the dark values. On this side, I'm going to add a little bit of shadow in curvy line direction. And now this. I'm just increasing the volume. Okay. So this part here, there will be some deep shadow. So you need to define with deeper dark color. Okay. So how to define the colors in the deeper value? You need to, it will come with observation only. Okay. There won't be any other way, easy way. It will come through observation. Take this black with the flat brush number 8. I'm going to give little bit strokes here so that I can see the shadow value. I don't want more color, so I have taken dry brush. Okay, so like this you need to make it out wherever the darker value are there and all. Just add color. Instead of leaving any sharp lines, you can add deeper bold lines like this. Okay. So deeper bold lines will also give the best results. Even sharp, sometimes you can use sharper line technique also, which adds some uh, volume to your paintings. Okay. So now I am completed with the gray color. So I'll start with green color. So on the mountains, you can see even greenery sometimes, right? Most of the times you can see the greeneries, right? So you need to start with emerald green or light green, very little bit. On one side, same technique you need to use. On one side, there will be lighter value. On one side, there will be darker value. Even in the darker value of the mountain, there also you need to move your green color properly like this. Here it is the transition for the green. Now I'll take sap green or coaster sap green I'll take, and I'll mix coaster sap green with little bit of black. Okay. So first I'll add it. Afterwards I'll mix. Okay. First I'll add like this. Use water. I'm not taking color on the palette. I'm just adding directly from paints, and I'm adding water on the paper itself. Here, instead of touching on the paper, I'm just moving brush in to and fro. Yes. Here and all, it will get green. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll take little bit of dark blue, which is called as Persian blue. Okay. Little bit of Persian blue, very little. And here I'll add little bit of Persian blue to make it little more dark value, to get little more darker value. Can move brush to make little strokes. Okay, like this. Put a bit of Persian blue. To increase the richness of the mountain, you can use this type of technique, or you can use direct black. Okay, any of the method is suitable. Okay, now I'll take little bit of white, and I'll add little white here, and I'll add lines on the gray area of the mountain. See, I'll add in slant line position. It should be uneven. It should not like evenly coated, not like that. No need to follow that. Okay, it should be uneven. Here to make the highlight visible, more visible, I'll add little bit of gray color so that the highlight value will be visible more. Okay, so I'm adding little more layer for the gray spaces in the mountain. Okay, don't in this stage, okay, when you are using poster color, when you are going for the layering method, okay, in this stage, you need to be very much careful so that the first layer won't get disturbed, okay, and the value should not change. Understood? So you need to be very much careful about this when you are adding the next layers of the your painting. Okay, so here I'll just make little more dark. So here darker value is more, I feel. This part. Okay, so like this, you need to add. Now what I'll do, I'll add little more dark here. I'm not adding. In the mountains, though it looks greenery, but some few places there will be some darkness. Okay, that boldness should you should get. It should not look plain. It should look some wavy structure like that. Okay. So I'm just making like this. And I'm not uh, ending line immediately. I'm just pulling the line. I'm ending where I can feel that line is completed. Okay. If you end in the middle, what happened there? You can find the sharp edges and the output will be little different, but it will also give good look for your painting. Okay. Now I need little more dark, so I'll add little more Persian blue. This part I want little more dark. Okay. Even for the mountains, you can add little to get little darkness here. You can add Persian blue. Especially in the snow mountain painting, what happens? You can see the reflection of white snow on the gray spaces, which looks little bit different color, which is mix of blue, okay, green like that you can feel when you are working with snow mountain paintings and all. So you can take advantage of that and you can use blue. Blue radiance you can give a touch. Okay. Now I'll take little bit of gray and I'll add gray here. Not exactly gray I'm adding. I'm just adding little bit of blue touch. Okay. So to make it look little more pop-up, what you need to do? You need to add the background of the mountain. What color you can use? You can use cobalt blue hue that is called sky blue mix of white. Okay, so I'll take be taking sky blue that is cobalt blue hue and water I'll take white. Very lighter value you need to get. Okay. So you should not get the darker value of the sky. You need to get very light in this. Because we have used the ratio of blue in the mountains, right? So that says there is a reflection of sky. Okay. So you need to add reflection sky. Okay. Very lightly you need to add. No need to use darker color of for the sky. Okay. A little bit of blue. Poster color paints, what it will do, it will dry very fast. Drying time will be fast, but it need to get settled on the paper. It will take time. Okay, so that is the thing which you need to remember in the poster colors. Drying time is fast. Okay, but settling time, it will take time. For 2 days, it will take almost. Okay, like this. And one side of the mountain, which will be darker sky. Don't add too much water. Okay, you need to add little water for making the mountains. So to pop up these mountains, you need to add the backgrounds. Okay, background will add the more volume to your paintings. Okay, so you need to choose according to the reflections. And now what I'll do, I don't leave like this. Okay, I'll add little more white and gray values. So here we have left little white shape. Okay. So I'll do one thing. I'll make it little gray here. Now I'll do little bit of white. See, you can change how you can see the change of volume when you start adding the colors. Did you understood? So that I made like that. Okay. So to show you how the color will act, I have mixed white color with little bit of red. Okay, when the sun reflections are there, okay, there will be some color radiance. Okay, you can see the color radiance where you can see different types of colors. So I have given red mix little bit, and now I'll increase the shadow here. Mm. You saw this part. Like that, the color will change the type of color which you use. That will give your painting a volume structure. Okay. And few parts are there where I need to increase the shadows. I'll be increasing there. And even perspective also should come when you are doing with mountainscape. Okay. This is the mountainscape. If you want to add little more darker value here, you can easily add like this by using Persian blue. Okay. That is the method of adding. Now I'll add little bit gray here. Mm. Just a few lines. Okay. And it should move like this. Okay, this is about the mountain. You way to add highlights, way to add mid tones you have shown, right? Try it and enjoy the process. Thank you. Bye.